Hey my amazing friend, today I'm going to show you something that is going to take your knitting to a whole new level, and it's something you may not have tried before. We're going to be learning how to embroider on our knitting today. You can take the simplest of knitted items and with a little bit of thread and a darning needle, turn it into a stunning piece. This Malvarosa sweater by Candy Key is our new pattern of the week, and it means hollyhock in Italian. This is a DK weight sweater with sumptuous puffed bishop sleeves, a nice relaxed fit, and a beautiful little cozy crew neck. The body of the sweater is mainly stockinette stitch, so you can make this as is and you will have a gorgeous piece that will be a go-to item in your wardrobe. Or if you want to take it up a notch, you can add this beautiful flower, leaf, and stem embroidery around the yoke. I cannot get over how gorgeous this is. And the beautiful thing about embroidery is there really are no rules to it. So you can embroider down the sleeves if you like, you can embroider on the hem, even down the sides of your sweater. Just let your creativity go. To download the pattern, head to expressionfiberarts.com, and of course we're going to put the direct link to the pattern as well as the yarn we used in the description box for you. We opted for our Dewy DK yarn for this pattern. It is buttery and soft and luxurious. It feels amazing next to the skin, and it's perfect for sweaters and accessories. And if you would love to get free weekly knit and crochet patterns, just enter your name and email address on the website and I will keep you in the loop. I do have a couple tips for you if you are going to embroider on your knitwear, and then we're going to go ahead and jump into the tutorial of how to work the stitches on this pattern. If you don't want to wing your design, I recommend using a water-soluble marker to draw your design first, and definitely test it on a little swatch or a little scrap piece of yarn to make sure that it does come out. I recommend not pulling your yarn too tightly when you are embroidering on your knitwear. If you do that, you could pucker in your knit stitches. So just keep your yarn nice and loose. So you have options for the actual thread that you use for your embroidering. Today I'm using our cash silk sock yarn for the tutorial we're going to be doing, but you could also use just regular embroidery thread. You could use silk thread. You have lots of options. And here's another thing. You could do the exact designs on this sweater that I'm about to show you today, or you could use any embroidery designs that you like. There are so many out there on the internet, so go wild, have a look, and have fun. And finally, you don't need to use a hoop when embroidering on your knitwear. It might stretch out your fabric and it's really not necessary. So today I'm going to be showing you how to embroider French knots, the lazy daisy flower, satin stitch, and stem stitch. Oh, and leaves. Here's how you start with a little chunky knot that's going to keep your yarn secure behind your project. To begin, I'm going to show you how to work a really chunky starting knot that will stay really secure behind your project. So go ahead and thread your yarn or your embroidery thread onto your darning needle, and then grab that long end of that and line that up with your needle. So here's the end. Line that up with your needle. Go ahead and wrap that around, 6 or 7 times loosely. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And push that down and slide it all the way down to the end, and you're going to have a nice chunky little knot to start. Now I'm going to show you how easy it is to work French knots, which form the center of your lazy daisy flower. Now we're going to start with some beautiful French knots, which are here, that create the center of our lazy daisy flower. When you're coming up from behind your project, don't go into one of these open holes. You want to slide it up through the actual yarn fiber, and that's going to help secure it in the back. And don't pull it too tightly. Get your little knot secure in the back, and you can cross over this as you do your embroidery to help secure that end. So to work a French knot, this is quite simple. Grab your yarn with this hand, wrap your needle twice around, and then slide it back down. And you can put it in the exact same hole, you can move it slightly over, and keep this area here a little bit taut, so hold on to that as you slide your needle through, and then at the very end you can let go and you have a beautiful little French knot. So let's do it again. Come up next to that one. Oop. Go ahead and grab that and wrap your needle twice around, 1, 2, and push it back down so it can be in the same place that you came up or slightly next to it. Make sure you're holding this yarn so it doesn't make a little tangle, and then at the end you can let go and you have a beautiful French knot. So continue creating those to create the center of your lazy daisy flower. So when you do that, you're going to have a nice little cluster of your French knots for the center of your flower. And now let me show you how to work the petals for the lazy daisy flower. You're going to go ahead and come up next to the center of your flower, and you're gonna go right back down. So it can be the same exact spot you came up or slightly off, and you're not gonna pull it all the way through because this is gonna form your petal. So go ahead and pull it almost all the way through, but then come up where you want the top of your petal to be. And that's gonna help secure that. And then go down on the outside of that petal, and you have now locked it into place. So there you go. That is how you do a petal. Let me show you another one. Come up next to the center of your flower and right back down where you just came up. Go ahead and come up at the top of your petal, wherever you want that to be, and then go down on the outside of that petal. And that's going to lock that in. And continue working all the way around, making as many petals as you like for your flower. When you continue that around, you can see you get this beautiful little flower. Now I'm going to show you how to work the stems. For the stem stitch, to create a neat and tidy look, we're going to be working around each individual column of knit stitches. So go ahead and come up where you would like to start. Now you're going to keep your thread down here below your needle, and you're going to go over 2 full stitches. Jump, jump, and back down. And then you're going to pop the end of your needle up 1 stitch over, so you've backtracked by 1 stitch. Go ahead and pull that. Now we're going to do that again. Jump over 2, 1, 2, insert, and come back up 1 stitch, keeping our thread down here below. And you're just going to continue repeating that, and that's going to create a really beautiful little stem. 1, 2, and you can move. You can do curves, you can do loop-de-loops, you can do straight lines, whatever suits your fancy. This is meant to mimic nature, so a bit of whimsy is in order. So when you do that, you can see you get this gorgeous little stem. So now let me show you how to work the satin stitch, which is a very basic stitch in embroidery, and that's what is used to create the center of this flower as well as the petals. For satin stitch, you're just filling in by basically drawing lines with your thread. So imagine this is the center of your flower. We're just going to try to fill that in. So insert your needle wherever the opposite side of your little, let's say a circle here, is going to be, and then come back up on this side. So that creates 1 little line. Now hop back over to the other side, and then back up again on this side. You can create rectangles, you can create circles, you can create lots of different shapes doing this. Just continue repeating this over and over and over. You can come back and fill in gaps if you feel the need. There's really not a lot of rules here. So continue creating your lines, filling in, and that can create the center of your circle as well as all the little petals of your flower. And you can keep it loose, you can fill it in more densely, it is up to you. Once you've worked your satin stitch flower, let's go ahead and make some little leaves. To make a leaf, you're going to start here, so let's pretend this is the center of our leaf. And we're going to go up a diagonal like so for this side of the leaf. Then come back up in the center. And we're going to go the opposite direction. So go ahead and go up this direction for the opposite side of our leaf. So we're creating the little veins. And you're going to continue repeating that. Come up in the center. Go over towards the left. Come up in the center. Go over towards the left, and you can make this as sparse or as dense as you like. Again, it's inspired by nature, so don't pull too tightly, remember. Keep your stitches a little bit loose. And whenever you get your little leaf shape, you can continue going if you like. You're just going to create a little stem, just finishing off your leaf by doing a little center stitch right down the middle. So here's my little samples. You've got your little French knots. You've got your beautiful little lazy daisy petals, your stem, your satin stitch, which you're going to use for your satin stitch flower, and then your little leaves. And there you go. Embroidering on your knitwear is as simple as that, my friend. Please have a go and see what you think. If you have embroidered before, you're gonna find it a breeze. If you've not, I know you're gonna learn it in no time. But if you have embroidered on knitwear, please post in the comments any tips and tricks you think would be helpful for the rest of us. Have a wonderful week. Sneak in some knitting time this week and know that you are held, loved, and guided through this life. I'm gonna see you next week with another new pattern. Bye-bye for now.